Well, more news now, and hundreds of jobs could be at risk after contractor Connaught went into administration, as we reported it might on last night's programme. The company employs 600 people in Norwich and has been contracted by the City Council to carry out property and environmental work. It also has contracts in Essex and Suffolk. The company hasn't been able to secure funding to clear £220 million worth of debt.
A huge haul of drugs has been discovered at an Essex port. Cocaine with a street value of £8.25 million was found hidden in machinery at Tilbury. It's the biggest single stash of Class A drugs found at the port in 6 years.
The peer who conducted a review into the ClimateGate scandal centred on the University of East Anglia has defended his findings. Lord Roxburgh told MPs today that he found no evidence of data manipulation by the UEA's Climatic Research Unit. He also said his panel had been balanced. At least one member had been very doubtful about global warming before the review.
Now, more than 58,000 of us across Norfolk, Suffolk and Essex have a potentially serious condition, but we don't actually know it.
We're talking about diabetes, and today, new research from Diabetes UK says many of us are putting ourselves at risk because of our lack of knowledge. Matthew Hudson reports now.
Bill Thompson never thought he'd be at risk from type 2 diabetes. The retired teacher from Ramsey in Cambridgeshire had always led a healthy, active life. But when a persistent cough led him to visit his GP 5 years ago, he learned the truth.
He took blood tests and urine tests, and the next thing I found out that I had type 2 diabetes, which really, really gobsmacked me because I'd always been fit and healthy and played a lot of sport. So, you know, it came as quite a shock, really.
Bill's case is hardly unique. The charity Diabetes UK estimates that more than 90,000 people in the east of England don't realise they have the disease.
It is a very serious illness and it can be a matter of between life and death. We ran a campaign last year that was called The Silent Assassin for that very reason.
Left undiagnosed and uncontrolled, diabetes can have devastating consequences, including heart disease, strokes, blindness, kidney failure and amputation. Diabetes is caused by glucose in the body staying in the blood rather than being converted into energy. Symptoms for type 2 diabetes can develop slowly, which is why it isn't often diagnosed early. They include more frequent passing of urine, especially at night, increased thirst, extreme tiredness, unexplained weight loss and blurred vision. Doctors say it's vital people get checked out if they have any concerns.
Diabetic complications, including like eye disease and kidney disease, are likely to be much worse if a diabetes is treated at a later date than if earlier. Other complications, including heart disease, are likely to occur if the diabetes is not picked up sooner.
Caught in time, diabetes is manageable. Bill Thompson says he now feels healthier than he has for many years, living with diabetes, not dying from it. Matthew Hudson, Anglian News, Ramsey in Cambridgeshire.
Now, a mum and dad from Norfolk have spoken of their delight after the children they thought they'd never have started school.
4 years ago, Tim and Kaylee Stevenson had triplets against the odds. And today, Caitlin, Finley and Olivia all started at Little Plumstead Primary. Andrea Johnson was there as well.
For these three little ones, it's a very big day. Triplets Olivia, Caitlin and Finley are starting school. Their teacher hasn't taught triplets before, but that's not the only reason they're different. When he was small, their dad Tim battled leukemia. Suffering for 10 years, his mum was warned he may never be able to start a family. But 4 years ago, with his wife Kaylee, they proved the doctors wrong.
We phoned up everyone and no one believed us.
No, everyone was like, no,
everyone
you're not.
thought we were having a joke.
Not.
And it took a little while, it took a couple of days for everyone actually to come to the... Well, we couldn't believe it either, could we?
No, definitely not.
But they all believe us now.
The triplets were born at 30 weeks and spent 5 weeks in intensive care. Every time they reach another milestone, Tim and Kaylee remember how lucky they are.
It's nice to think that we've got 3-4 years with them. They're fit, they're healthy, they've had no health problems.
No.
And considering there were three of them in there together, that is really good to see them come to 4 years of age. So.
Yeah. From today, Caitlin, Finley and Olivia will go to school 5 days a week until lunchtime.
We're really pleased and looking forward to the start of a new term, welcoming the triplets here, along with all the other new ones starting today. It's a big day for all of them, triplets included. So we hope they have a really nice settled day and start their learning journey from now.
What are you looking forward to about school?
My friends.
And with this many excited youngsters to choose from, finding friends will be an easy task. Andrea Johnston, Anglia News, Little Plumstead.
Oh, I hope it went well for them. Now, the operators of the Stansted Express train service have been ticked off by the advertising watchdog. Posters for the line have been banned for wrongly suggesting the service would take passengers to central London in 35 minutes.
A charity backed by the West End star Ruthie Henshall is opening a new 24-hour helpline in Suffolk today. One call offers expert medical advice on hospice and palliative care 24 hours a day.
Now, a Chinese pop star who grew up in Cambridge returned to her parents' Chinese restaurant in the city today to present them with a gold disc celebrating the 100 millionth mobile phone download of her music.
Not bad, is it? A former Netherhall Secondary School pupil, A. Jehu, moved to Cambridge when she was 11 years old before returning to China to pursue a music career. Martin Stew went to meet her.
The rising star from the East, Ai Jihu may not be a household name in Cambridge where she grew up, but in China, she's a big deal.
Check it out. Kick that, snap that, this is how we do that. Step back, check back, we don't even play that.
Ai's music is now all over China via the mobile phone networks, with over 100 million copies of her latest singles downloaded and streamed. Just to put that into perspective, it's 1,000 times more than the number of Ollie Muir's latest #1 hit, Please Don't Let Me Go. Back at the Ugly Duckling restaurant where she grew up, Ai gave her latest gold disc to her mum and stepdad.
Today, we have her home. We're so proud, so exciting to see her come to this level.
Straight back into the kitchen, and Ai's not too big a star to wash up. Ai, welcome back to Cambridge. What's it like being back here now?
It's awesome. It's always good to come back to your family, to see the people that's always been there supporting you. So yeah, very happy. You know, I just can't wait to eat Mom's home food cooking. People compare me to Madonna. I think it's more to do with what she's about rather than the music, because she's a very strong woman. She knows what she wants, and she don't often care too much about what other people think, but she's out there doing her thing. I think that's why they call me Chinese Madonna. Yeah.
And look, finally, you're back in the kitchen that your mum and dad run and own. What sort of memories does it bring back?
Every Fridays, Saturdays, I'll be here washing the dishes, watching the dirty dishes in the box, humming down, up and non-stop.
With a new single out now and plenty of modelling work, the woman dubbed the Chinese Madonna has plenty on her plate. Martin Stew, Anglia News, Cambridge.
God, she's done well.
Yes.
She's so famous, we've got no idea who she is.
And it's when the moments like this, you then start saying, it's good to see she hasn't changed that much. I bet she didn't stay doing that washing up for too long.
No, I bet not, no. Right, let's see what's coming up. And the rest of your news hour here on ITV1 in a couple.
Now, we're very lucky that all of the Anglia viewers send us in some fantastic pictures of the unusual once in a while. We had that 9-fingered carrot the other day, didn't we?
We did.
Very interesting. But here's something else that you don't see very often. There it is.
This, would you believe, it's Lincolnshire Police's latest weapon in their fight against crime.
Seriously, it is. It genuinely is.
With a top speed of 20 miles per hour. Now, this tractor won't actually be capturing criminals itself, of course.
It's actually being used to promote rural crime distributing property marking kits, we gather. And that's to farmers. That's a mouthful, isn't it? And that's to farmers across the fens, although it was put on show at the seaside. Before you ask, though, it's not costing taxpayers a penny. The tractor is purely on loan, as we saw there.
It is. Well, thank you for joining us. You'll be back at 10:30?
I will.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.